Welcome to another episode of the Reckless Comedy Podcast. My guest today was West End actress, dancer, and singer Jodie Steele. Jodie has got a massive CV full of some amazing credits, including originating the role of Heather Chandler in the West End productions of Heather's the Musical, of which she reprised the role twice, and a third time if you count one time at the current Other Palace run. Either way, she also was she was also Catherine Howard in the UK tour of Six, the musical. She was also in the UK/international tour of Rock of Ages as Sherry Christian. As well as many other credits, including, at the time of recording, coming to the end of a run in the show Gatsby. So please enjoy the episode, and basically enjoy the episode because it was a really fun one to do. Go then, get it started. A few seconds to catch up. 3, 2, 1. And welcome back, everyone, to the Reckless Comedy Podcast. With me today is the brilliant Jodie Steele. How are you doing,
Hello!
Jodie?
Oh, Buster's just jumped up. He wants to be in the podcast too, my dog.
Oh.
Hello, everyone. Hello, boy. How are you?
Well, I'm quite good. Like I said, thanks for coming on to the show. It's amazing to have you here.
No problem. It is an absolute pleasure to be here. I'm very grateful that you have had me along.
Excellent. So obviously, for those who don't know Jodie, West End actress. I've seen you in a few shows, which we'll talk about as we go through. But let's go all the way back to the beginning. Where did your love for performing come from?
Oh, wow. I think from a very young age, my mum said that I used to run downstairs and be like, I've written a song, and I'd just want to I'd want to sing it to her, and I'd want to show her that, you know, I'm a pop star and listen to me. Apparently I was tragic when I was younger, so not much has changed. Still am now. And I just really loved being, I like to kind of put on a show. So I think from a really young age, my true love started with singing, but I think honestly the older I've got, it's acting for me that like drives me. When I just watch an incredible actor, I don't, voices are amazing, but for me, like watching someone become another human and tell a story and, affect an audience, be it via screen or stage, I just think, like, wow, how incredible to morph yourself into another human and tell a story that's not your own. It's just, amazing.
Yeah, and obviously some of the shows you've done there, you've taken on quite a few iconic roles. Obviously, the one that I discovered you from, which I don't know if you can sort of see on my wall behind me, we've got the little playbill from the most recent Heathers.
Hey.
What was it like? So obviously, when you first got the call, let's go back to like 2018 when you first got that call for Heathers the first time around, because you've done Heathers twice, or is it 3 times now technically?
3 times ish, because the first time was kind of split into 2, and so that was like 2 contracts, because we went from the Other Palace to the West End with a bit of a 3-week break, which was actually crazy because I was filming and rehearsing Rock of Ages between that break. And I did Zelda workshop, so that all happened between the 2 first Heathers contracts for me. And then the recent contract where I kind of jumped back on, which was very unexpected in my life. I did not expect that to be happening in any way. That was not planned. I was meant to be returning to Six, but then I just decided I don't think I could do 10 months on the UK tour. I needed to be at home with my family. Not that I live near them now-ish, but just lots of things came up. So, and that's always hard, with the industry. You have to make business decisions that sometimes affect personal life, and so then I was available to do Heathers, and they kind of jumped on me like, come back.
So when you got the call to do Heathers the first time around, what situation were you in at that time, and what was your reaction when you got the call saying, right, you got Heather Chandler?
The first time?
Yeah, the first time around.
So, funny story. I was actually in rehearsals for a different show
Oh wow.
for Into the Woods, and I was playing Rapunzel, which is another dream part of mine. But it was just going to be like above. Was it, what theatre was it? I don't know. I think it was the Cockpit. It was going to, and I was really excited. I'd seen the theatre. I was in rehearsals day 3. And I couldn't wait to get my little tower and play the part. And then I just got the call because I taped for Heather Chandler, and it was sent off to the Americans, but I didn't think I had a chance in hell. I got a message from my agent, and then she was like, "Right, I'm pulling you from rehearsals, and you're going to Heather's." And I did, and that was that. But the director was so nice, and actually a good friend of mine. His name's Tim, and he was like, "I fully support you, and I think this is the right decision." And then he came to watch me in Heather's, and he was like, "I knew it was the right decision." Crazy.
Yeah, Heathers itself is just, it's an amazing show. I was lucky enough to see the original Other Palace cast, and then obviously the new cast, which you got to jump into, which I think the reaction when it was announced that you were jumping back into Heathers most recently, I think no one expected it, I don't think. Well, from our side.
No. Well, I didn't either.
Really? Was it that last minute? They just said, right, do you want to jump into Heather Chandler?
They found out, the whole thing was last minute, really. They cast it in like 2 weeks, and then we suddenly started. But they found out they found out that I was no longer continuing with 6. I don't know how. And then bam, there I was doing Heather's. And it was really weird because I really missed my 6 girls, and I was really excited to go back to them, but it was one of the hardest decisions to have to leave. So then being sprinkled with Heather's kind of softened that blow. And I'm still really sad about having to leave 6, because I was not done with Kay Howard, and I loved my girls so much. And yeah, so yeah.
Of course. And with Heathers, is there, out of all the songs in Heathers, what is your personal favorite song, excluding any that your character that you played in the past has had to sing? Out of any song in Heathers, what's your favorite?
Meant to be yours.
I have to agree with you with that. Anything JD is just.
Yeah.
You can't beat a bit of JD. Like, you can't.
No, I want to play that part.
You know what? That would be really interesting. A female JD. Someone just needs to do it. Someone needs to do like a reversed version.
Yeah, and I also want to see a Heather Chandler in a tartan trouser.
Oh wow!
I mean, why not? Why would you not do that?
Exactly. So with
I'm waiting for that. I've told Paul and Andy. I'm like, come on, reverse gender it. It's about time.
Just switch them around. Just switch them around. See what happens.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Exactly. So obviously you've been with 3 different casts in Heathers. Now you've been in 3 different casts.
Yeah.
I know that they always tell us not to ask actors which cast is their favorite, but which I'm gonna say anyway, which cast is your favorite out of the 3 you've had?
Nah, I can't answer that.
Exactly. That's the thing.
I actually don't have a favorite. I don't. No, because they were all amazing, and particularly the first and second, they were very, very similar. There was just, we lost 1 cast member from the Other Palace who went on to do another contract, and we gained 3 new cast members who I just love dearly so much. So, and then the new cast was entirely different. It was an entirely different experience for me on stage and off stage. Both beautifully positive, just different. So I actually don't have a favorite. They were just different, both amazing for different reasons.
Yeah, I think
really happy in a creative way that I got to do it again, because I discovered so much more with Chandler. So yeah, I think for me, like, considering the cast I've seen was the original Other Palace and then obviously the most recent Other Palace. To be fair, they're both just as strong. Yeah, it's hard to say which one I prefer more, but I think they're special in their own way. I think each cast is slightly different. Yeah, good. Yeah, I mean, gosh, I went and did it with the Other Palace cast recently.
Exactly.
Yeah. So oh yeah, I guess I have had 3 different casts.
Yeah, it is. It's 3 different casts, because you've had the original one with Carrie, and then you did Carrie again, and then obviously you've had the cast that are currently running at the moment. sort of.
No, and also Christina Bennington cast.
Oh yeah. Oh, why did I forget that one?
That's like the one that I've just.
I'm like, what the? Oh God, it's been a long day. But yeah, obviously Heathers is the one that everyone sort of knows you for mainly.
Yeah, it's been a gift. A gift.
Yeah, so other shows you've done, you've also done Wicked as well.
Yes.
What was that like?
That was awesome and scary, and I want to do it again. That was, I still think for me, that was the most pivotal, epic moment in my career.
Mm-hmm.
And I would relive it in a heartbeat. And also I got to do the international tour, so I went around the world with it and saw places I would never have been able to afford to go to. That contract for me was just a gift, and I'm blessed to have done it and to have played that part. And I'm praying one day I get to do it again. Actually, I really want to play Glinda. That would be great. By the way, to everyone who's listening, I'm eating blueberries at the same time, so I hope you don't. It's just like
It's fine.
watching me eat blueberries. But I'm one of those people that if I'm hungry, I just have to eat. So here I am. Yeah, it was epic and empowering and scary, and taught me a lot about myself and what I can take as a performer and a woman. And yeah, was massive shoes that I was stepping into, you know, because all those ladies that have played that part, wow. And loads of them reached out to me because I was so young when I did it. I was like 24.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Just mad.
Of course.
Yeah.
So you also, outside of Heathers and Wicked, you've also, as you mentioned, Six, which I'm still yet to go see. I've still not seen it. Every time I wanted to go see it, either COVID disrupts me, and it's like, oh, for God's sake, I'm gonna go see it. There's a lot of West End shows that I want to go see. And
Yeah, you have to. I want to go and see. What do I want to go see? Everything. So I want to see. I haven't seen Harry Potter yet.
I haven't either. I haven't.
I really want to see Back to the Future.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to see Prince of Egypt before it goes. Oh my God, it goes tomorrow.
Does it? Oh wow.
8th. No! No! Oh no, that's gutting. What else do I want to see? Tina, I haven't seen Tina yet.
Mm-hmm.
Loads of things. Yeah, buzzing. I never get to see shows. It's hard.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. This is the thing. I work at Prince Edward Theatre, so it's basically most of my day offs. My days off are literally either going to be at Heathers or whatever other show I can stretch my money to.
How many times have you watched Heathers?
I've now about 4 times. I saw it once on the original Upper Palace run, and then I've seen it 3 times on the current run.
Wow.
And there's still loads of time left, though. There's still loads of time.
So you've never seen it in anything but the Other Palace?
No, which I'm really annoyed at. I'm really annoyed. I wanted to go see the Haymarket cast, but I just couldn't find time.
Ah, it's fine.
But you never know. Like I think a lot of people are sort of asking at the moment, will Heathers get the same treatment it got last time it went from Other Palace? Will it get a West End transfer? What do you reckon?
No, I don't think so, personally.
It would be a shame if it doesn't get a West End transfer, but this is the thing. There's so many.
I think it works better in the Other Palace space. That's why.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like every time I've seen it at the Other Palace, it works because it's such an intimate venue.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially with JD, when he's coming towards you, you genuinely feel like, oh God, I don't want to look at this guy.
No, I think it works better in that space. I mean, if it does get another transfer, amazing. But how many times can you do?
Exactly, and it's also the thing of like, what theatre could it move to? What theatre doesn't have a show in that they can do a transfer to?
Oh well, but that you never know with when theatres have sudden, you know, a few week breaks or they're dark or something. It's That's a whole other world of business that none of us understand unless you're
Yeah.
in it. So, you never know what happens with theatres and what's going in and what's coming out. And, they plan the shows that are going in years in advance. So,
Yeah. So other shows you've done, you also was the cover Mary in a Jesus Christ Superstar
I
tour.
was indeed one of my
What's it like doing Jesus Christ Superstar? Because the last actor interview we did this time last year, I think it was, we interviewed one of the guys who were in the social distanced version down at Regent's Park.
Oh, amazing! I wanted to go and see that, but I couldn't.
I got to see it. It was something.
It's my favorite Andrew Lloyd Webber score. I think it's genius. Dun, 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 dun. And as everybody knows, I love to sing the male songs from those shows. Heaven on Their Minds and Gethsemane. I will do Gethsemane again. I've only done it once live so far. Obviously in like a higher key, but yeah, it's just, I'm just waiting for, again, a gender swap version. I want to play. I'd go for Judas or Jesus. Just lay it on me, like.
Yeah, I would actually like to see a female Judas. I think that would be quite interesting. Like, if the right director's behind it, I think it could be a really interesting dynamic.
Yeah, of course. I think if the whole cast was women, to be honest.
A whole female Jesus Christ Superstar. I think that would be brilliant. I love how I love these little silences in between. I just love it. It's funny. Okay, so obviously you did JCS as well. Let's talk a bit about like your early career stuff. So you also did Footloose as well.
Yeah, Rusty. Oh my God, I love that show so much. Really good show. And it's a Southern show, and Southern American is my favorite accent to do in shows. In fact, in Gatsby, I do a Southern accent, and so that's what I'm currently doing. Although I don't know if we're going ahead tonight or tomorrow due to COVID stuff. So I'm just waiting to find out. That's why my phone's going bzzz, bzzz, because I don't know if I'm going to London to do a show or not right now. We love you, COVID. But yeah, Footloose is really fun. The dancing is amazing. That was my first contract with Gary Lloyd, and now I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 contracts with Gary Lloyd in my career. I'm a very lucky girl. Huge inspiration and support and drive in my life. As a director, choreographer, and friend. Yeah, so Footloose was awesome. I learned a lot on that show about how to breathe, sing, and dance at the same time.
So obviously you mentioned about Gatsby, which at the moment, at the time of recording, it's coming towards the end of its run, isn't it?
What is?
Gatsby.
Oh yeah, we close tomorrow, but I think we might be closed now.
So who knows if you haven't seen
Gatsby, I literally getting messages. I'm getting messages as you're talking to me of all sorts of information. So yeah, crazy. What is going on?
So obviously with Gatsby, whether it closes tonight or tomorrow, who knows? How did that come around with Gatsby? How did it come around?
So I have done the workshops of Gatsby before, and playing Daisy Buchanan, and I love the story of her, and I love the part. I think this will probably be my last time with the show now. I feel, for me personally, I always go by I don't think very business-like. I'm very creatively driven. And so when I'm like, I think I've done as much as I can with her now, what I've discovered. So if they do move on with it, well, I don't know. You never know. Never say never. But I've had an amazing time this contract. But I've done the two contracts prior to this, the 2 workshop ones. No, 3. No, 2. 2. One filmed and one of the Crazy Cooks, and then this one. And I was delighted that it got a little run. It's quite a heartbreaking story, actually, and it's told from Daisy's point of view. So it's a big old part, and it switches between 1922 and 1929, and it goes from her being very mentally stable and frivolous and flirtatious and daring in 1922 to being very broken and kind of a shadow of her former self, very confused, Daisy, in 1929, as she comes out of a mental asylum. So
oh wow. Oh, wow. Okay.
Been a journey. been a journey, this contract, for sure.
Oh, excellent. So other shows you've been in as well is you also did Myth as well.
I love that so much. Yes. God, I would love for that to come back and something to be done with it. It was epic. And the cast, working as a trio with Eloise and Jodie Jacobs, who is like one of my favorite humans on the planet, and Eloise, who I think's got the best voice on the planet. Yeah, and Joel, who's one of my best mates, like just such a beautiful cast, and incredible 3-part harmonies as a trio. That was so empowering to do, actually. That show, it was epic. So I'm praying that someone picks that up so I get to play with that again.
Excellent. Other shows as well. Legally Blonde as well. You did.
Yes, Legally Blonde. I was Margot, Cover Ellen, Brooke. I'm desperate to play Brooke one day in my life. It's like my dream part. Jim Bunny, who sings, great, Jailbird, get me in, please, someone, universe. But yeah, it was epic. And covering Elle was amazing, and I learned a lot on that job. And yeah, it was epic, and Margot was great fun. We really played with the characters and the difference between Margot, Pillar, and Serena, and I was very dumb and very ditzy, and yeah, it was real giggle and great cast. Best friends for life from that cast.
Mm-hmm. Also going through like other shows you've done. There's so many.
I'm so sorry, I've got to jump on another meeting at 4:00.
No. Oh no, it's fine. I'll get to it. No, it's honestly fine. Trust me, it's fine. No, it's fine. Okay, so just to finish off, then let's really quickly try and talk about Jodie Steele Associates. How did that come around?
Yes, a friend approached me and we set it up, and it was truly amazing, and it's still going really strong now, and we're just about to start working with our new elites, and it's like it is a daily thing running a business, believe me.
Of course, excellent. So just to wrap up on, this has been an amazing opportunity to speak to you, Jodie. It's been absolutely amazing. And where can people find you on social media if they don't already know?
Jodie Sam Steele on both Twitter and Instagram.
Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, the brilliant Jodie Steele on here. Let's hopefully, you know what, if you ever want to come back, Jodie, let us know, because we'd love to have you back.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, you are a little dream, and I'm sending you so much love.
No worries. It's been amazing to have you. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening to this episode. Yeah, thanks for listening. Stay tuned for further episodes. Cheers. All right. Cheers.
Bye.